Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are back here on the Hunter Call the Wild. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the new update and what is going to be coming in the brand new hotfix. So let's get right into it. So the things that I enjoy about the new update are the brand new claim screen, the new Red Fox models, the Great One Moose racks aren't too bad. One of them I like, but I don't like that there is no fur types. The backfilling to every map besides Silver Ridge Peaks and Reventuli Coast, being Leighton Lakes got turkeys, Hirschfelden got pheasants, Medved got wolves and Caper Cayley, Virunga got Eurasian widgeon, Parque Fernando got collared peccary, Yukon got Canadian goose, Cuatro Colinas got pheasants, Tiawaroa got mallards, Rancho del Arroyo got pronghorn, and Mississippi Acres Preserve got green-winged teal. Now, talking again about the brand new claim screen, the line mains are fixed on console. Now, I don't know if this was a thing on Xbox, but personally on PS4, the line mains were just black, and it sucked. You know, killing rare lions or even diamonds and them just looking terrible. You know, you couldn't see the main, which is the cool part of a lion. So happy to see that that is already fixed, not even coming with the hotfix. Then, weapon customization is great. I love the variety in weapons and being able to customize some of your favorite weapons. And then, the black bear grind somewhat being possible in the sense of there is no longer mountain lions drinking right next to them at the same time. There is no longer a very great spot to hunt them like the Mule Deer Outpost Lake, but they are still huntable in a way. So that is better. Although I have heard that mountain lions are feeding near the lakes, but I guess take what you can get. And then for the last thing that I've really liked about this update, the aggressive moose are pretty cool. They don't really happen a lot, and they're just something that when they happen, it's pretty cool. So now let's move into the things that I don't really like. On console, the bind to place a waypoint is the same as mark an animal. So you are removing and placing a marker every single time you spot something, and that is very inconvenient. The new map, I think, is kind of bad. The species on the map are kind of terrible. I like the species themselves, but the fact that out of 15 species on this new map, we only got 2 new ones, and one of them was the exact same as an old species, just with a new name. I'm very disappointed with EW on that. The new map itself, it's kind of fun. Haven't got to try out multiplayer, because that will move right into the next thing. Multiplayer, if you go on it, is making you lose zones on your map. And if you're grinding, you do not want that happening at all. So, yeah. Also talking about zones, the animal population are moving between zones. So basically what that means is if you are herd managing or anything along those lines, your, I guess you could say, non-shootable deer or bear are moving to zones all around the map. So basically you might have to redo herd management if your grind is really that screwed up, which does suck a lot. And then the 60 FPS on next-gen consoles is something that I've heard people, at least on Xbox for sure, having issues where the racks are bouncing on top of the animals and you can't even see them. Along with that happening in the lodge when they move, I've heard. Personally, I play on a PS4, so that is a old-gen console and not on Xbox. So I don't really know personally, but I have found that people are having issues with that. And then, once again, talking about the lack of new animals, there just isn't anything. We got 2 new species, and one was a duck, and one was a reskin of a bobcat. Then Rancho del Arroyo being bugged, being the outpost in the top left corner, crashes your game consistently, and some people have not even been able to re-log into the game without uninstalling the game. So that's something, and I've heard that if you uninstall, sometimes you can lose all your progress. And I've also heard that it happens a little bit in Reventuli Coast and the top left corner. I don't know why the top left corner or why those two maps specifically, but either way, that is something that's happening. The Great One Moose fur, which I talked about a little bit earlier, not having those special fur types really makes it look rather unimpressive. I am still grinding because I do want every Great One in the game. And moving into the grinding for the Moose. The Moose not dropping to heart shots, neck shots, and brain shots, or anything that would drop them sucks. I don't like that at all. It was just nice when they'd fall over. It really slows down the Moose grind a lot. It doesn't seem like it would, but it can slow it down quite a bit when they do run just that little bit extra that you do have to track them. Then the new spook range, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It was intended, so this isn't like a bug or anything like this. But, it's a lot harder to grind, and when all of your previous grinds are set up around the spook range, it's kind of hard. And then the new muzzleloader. It seems on frontal shot for Moose, it is just like you're shooting them. It should hit them. They are spooking. They are just not taking damage or like getting hit even. So personally, I have no clue what the issue is, but they haven't mentioned anything about that being fixed, I don't believe. Then the last thing that I don't like about this update is the pronghorn drink time on Rancho del Arroyo. They drink at the exact same time as Mexican bobcat and go to the exact same lakes. So basically, you have an hour to hunt them, because bobcat drink from 17 until 20, and pronghorn drink 18 until 21. So you have an hour from 2000 until 2100 that you can possibly hunt them without the bobcats, and the bobcats are still leaving their zone. So I'd say at best probably 2030 would be your first chance to hunt your pronghorn, and it's just not really that nice and fun. And then about the bugs being fixed in this hotfix. By the way, there is no release date or anything like that when we know it's coming. Jaxie Beard did say, I believe, hopefully this week. Yeah, and you do not need to purchase the new map for this hotfix or any of these things for this new update, but obviously the update has already dropped for almost a week now. So let's move into the things that they are going to fix. The binocular bug on console is getting fixed, something that's heavily needed. And they did say that they will change the keybind to triangle if you are on PS4 or Y if you are on Xbox. So that is something great, definitely needed. Then zones disappearing when you're going to multiplayer. It's so needed. Haven't really touched multiplayer because did it once and half my zones disappeared probably off my map. I did not have a lot, that's why probably half, but I don't really want that to happen. They are fixing crashing in Rancho del Arroyo and Reventuli Coast, the top left corner, which is definitely needed. The dog is having issues currently, where I guess it won't track or it just won't listen to your commands. Not sure what that is, but they are fixing it. I don't really use my dog because it is so incredibly loud. I don't like it. Then something with PC key binding. Once again, I play on PS4, so I have no clue. I guess when you customize your keybinds and go between maps or like multiplayer, single player or something, they get reset, so I don't know how that even happens or anything like that, but they're getting reset, which is nice, or that's getting fixed, so that won't happen. And then the long loading time for weapon customization, where basically it just wouldn't work. That, I believe, the only way to get out of that was to manually close the application. I had that happen a couple times. I don't know what the issue with that is, but they are going to be fixing it, so you can customize your weapons. And then the final thing that I currently am aware of, if I do hear more on this, I will pin a comment in the comments about this, and I will maybe even post a community post about this. if there is stuff that I did miss somehow. The last thing, like I said, the Great One Moose fur is going to be, what I say, possible. Because currently what I believe is it is as rare as getting a piebald Great One whitetail, which I think like 5 people have ever gotten. And like that is just so absurdly rare. So good news is they're fixing it. I believe it will be about uncommon. He didn't really say, but he said they upped the spawn rate a lot. And I did post a short on that if you are interested. And I believe that is it for the things that they are fixing. They will be doing some bug fixes, I imagine, with the new update that comes out normally around March. But these are just like game-breaking issues that they don't want to have players wait for. And the main reason for this, which for some reason is not on my list, is the 60 FPS Xbox issues. I guess Xbox Series S and X are having a whole lot of issues with graphics. I'm not sure because I don't play on Xbox, but I've heard some people having issues with racks bouncing up and down, like I said earlier. And really it being, like, they tried to increase the graphics, and apparently it went way south. So glad to hear that that's going to be fixed. But besides that, I don't think I have anything else that they are going to be getting fixed. But like I said, I will pin a comment with the news if I get any more, and then or make a community post on it. But overall, for my opinions and like overview of the update, I would give it like about a 7 out of 10. The new reserve is pretty fun to hunt. I have hunted it a little bit. Definitely not as much as some other reserves. It's, I would say, definitely, it probably makes top 10, which isn't very hard. I'd say it's maybe like top 10 to 7 maps, like 7 to 10 range of ranks. It's not that good just because you can hunt all these species on different maps. So, yeah, I'd say about a 7 out of 10 overall on, like, the map and what that has to do. And then the, like, just the playing part of the game and the binocular bug for content really sucks. So I can't do nothing about that, which does suck for everybody that has to watch. But the bugs and stuff, I give that like a 4 out of 10 for like getting the things that they improved are great. But it's kind of hard to look over some of the bad things when they're just so obvious. But yeah, I would give the update overall about a 6 out of 10. I did not dislike the update. I just think the moose and the map were heavily disappointing, and all the bugs that it prang, very, very happy that it is all, at least some of it, going to be fixed. So I think that's going to do it for this video, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.